Good evening together. Here we have our happy hour meeting.
Oh, it's happy hour. I gotta go get a drink.
And think about it. It's end of March, so it's the last meeting in March. Next week is the 5th Wednesday, so we will have no meeting. But can you imagine? We have end of March, and time flies really, and everybody waiting for the spring. I'm sure, right? Rob, do we have anything nice to tell from the last month or whatever? What comes in your mind?
I talked to Jerry at Wheels Through Time, and he has 2 of the 3 trees. Mm-hmm. And once he gets the last tree, he'll give me the date for planting them. So we'll see how that goes.
So, and the planting is on Maggie Valley?
Yes, the Wheels Through Time.
Oh, you're okay. Okay, Rory is joining us as well. I cannot hear you. You're muted, Jim.
That's to commemorate the 3 riders that died.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
We had to ride for, yeah.
Okay, yes. So that will be good when we get this done. Hey, Rory, looks like you have no snow, right? I know. It's March and I'm talking about snow. But think about it. In Germany, sometimes Eastern, we will have snow. It's a lot of rain, right? And storm. Rory?
They were talking about hail today. We didn't see any.
Oh, this is what Jerry just said, that, maybe the connections will be gone because you have a big storm coming up there.
We live 300 miles apart, or 3 hours apart, guys.
Oh, 3 hours.
He's on the other side he's over towards Chicago.
Okay. So
let me introduce Mr. Jameson.
I'm almost due east of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, okay.
With that little creek in between.
Yeah, just that little piece.
Yeah. Just a little piece.
Actually, are you far from where the ferry lands? The one that's coming out of Milwaukee?
Yeah, it comes over to Muskegon, about 10 minutes from the house.
Oh man, I've always wanted to take that ferry, so it's kind of on my list.
They have it twice a year that you can ride it for free on a motorcycle.
No, the bike gets to ride free. You still have
the bike does, yeah. You got to pay yourself, but whatever.
You mean I can't just like throw my bike there and be like, see ya?
Hey, David.
It's right now the Badger goes out of Ludington, right over to Manitowoc, and it's the high-speed catamaran that goes out of Muskegon to Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's 2.5 hours on the it's called the Lake Express, and the other one's about 4.5 hours.
Yeah, I've been on the high speed between Muskegon and Milwaukee. It's really neat. Although the jerks charged me extra for my motorcycle trailer.
That I don't know.
I don't remember if I paid extra for ours or not. When we went to Alaska, we took the ferry over.
I remember about it is it's not cheap. It was not, it's kind of like, what's it really going to be? But it's something we've always wanted to do.
I think it was like $90 a person. Like we went to the
Wow.
Yeah, 90 per person. Pardon?
Where the ferry is going, from where to where?
Well, either Muskegon to Milwaukee or Milwaukee to Muskegon about 4 times a day.
And how long the ferry is going?
The one that we are on is about 2.5 hours.
Wow. Okay.
And when you consider taking that and driving around the base of Lake Michigan through Chicago, that $90 is cheap.
Yeah, don't get on the Skyway. That's all I'm going to say to you. Don't get on the Skyway, all right?
What's wrong with the Skyway? It's just expensive.
There's the critter.
Where? Oh, there it is.
Oh,
there
wow.
it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It holds quite a bit. I mean, they got tie downs and everything inside there for your bike.
Yep.
It's like a catamaran, right?
Yeah. Yes. But it's a whole indoor. It's a biggie. I mean, we sit up in there the whole time.
Wow. Yeah.
You got
Oh, okay.
food and beverage and everything up in it.
Beautiful.
Well, I was just gonna see what the cost is here.
Mm-hmm.
Motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
One-way trip, $60. With trailer, 94.
Trike, 78. Wow.
And then, yeah, well, an auto is one-way, $113. And then the individuals are right there. So for,
Wow.
well, I'm not quite senior yet, but you get the idea. It's not cheap. Well, that's premier cabin. Classic adult, seniors, etc. right there. So it's not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the steerage cabin?
That's up on top.
You throw your boat on a little pontoon and tie it off to the back end.
Yeah, there you go.
Every year we have a few people get in trouble because they decide to take their wave runners and go underneath the middle of the boat.
Oh, really?
Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Coast Guard frowns on that one.
Yeah. I can remember when the Highway 16 auto carrier from Muskegon to Milwaukee ran over a boat. The driver was drunk and trying to go around it in circles, and they ran right over the top of it.
Mm.
Incidentally, the slingshot and what do they call these things?
Yeah, slingshots.
The reverse trikes
Uh-huh.
is on there.
Spiders or the Vandenhalls?
Spiders. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're considered a auto for these spaces.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
The interesting ferry I ever was on was from Nice to Corsica. It's in French island from Nice, and it goes 8 hours or something. And they have a pool on deck because it's always, in the Mediterranean Sea, it's very warm in the summer as well. So you can drive in, and then they have on the main deck, they have a pool, a big pool. And when they go out to the water, they fill up the pool with salt water. And before they get in, they let the salt water out. Then when they go in the harbor, I never saw something like that. It's really interesting how they work. So it's always
they don't have the years or this year's information up yet, but from about the first weekend of May till the second weekend of June is when it's free for motorcycles, not motorcyclists, but the motorcycles. And likewise September 3rd or first week of September all through October.
That's nice.
I remember that wrong. I thought it was just one weekend, but yeah, it's quite a bit there. I've been on it a couple times. I think I've been on it twice with you, haven't I, Rory?
I believe so.
So whenever you guys make trips over there, then you using this ferry?
Sometimes it beats it. You either do use a ferry or you go down around through Chicago or up around through the Upper Peninsula.
Upper Peninsula, right?
I've done all of that too. So
In-laws live on the peninsula above Green Bay there. So we just usually take a 2-day trip and go up around and down and see them that way.
Beautiful.
I try to avoid Chicago every chance I get.
Yeah. It's interesting. We're sitting here talking about the ferry across Lake Michigan. Oh, Scott, you just changed pictures. He had
you trade your bike for a
background.
boat. Pretty shiny, I get bored with the same old thing.
Welcome, Scott. Long time no see.
It's been too long. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a canceled meeting today. It's like, oh, thank God, I can actually get in.
Yeah, it's always, horrible. I think for Ron it's the same, with the time difference, right?
Oh, the time is it's just earlier in the day. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's kind of mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because you are two hours behind Deb and me. So we starting at 6. So you guys on
4
4
p.m.
o'clock.
4 o'clock. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, but I hope it's nice in California. How it goes over there.
It'd be a better day to be on a motorcycle than in home office. So I'm doing a lot of that lately.
Say it's close to 80 here.
Yeah. Yesterday was quite warm. Today is a little on the cool side, but very pleasant.
Yeah, we have pretty much the same, I think, right, Deb? It was
Yeah,
cool in
it's
the morning,
actually it's in the 60s. It's cool. It's cool.
but it's
You know, for
very
us,
good to
but-
make something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, Scott, did you make a decision about going to convention yet?
I saw your email. I replied by an email. I'm kind of waffling right now, as you can probably tell.
I've just got a couple other people that would join me in my room, I think,
Okay.
if you made a decision. So
Yeah, I still have to actually book vacations. It's kind of weird, as you know, the workload's increasing on something in that we're still kind of coming out of the pandemic. But it's also, I know several of you guys are looking at riding out there. I don't think I've got the kind of PTO I'd want to spend on that pace of riding out and back. So it's part of the decision.
So you will fly in
I'm not sure yet.
if
Yeah, if if I were to ride in, I'd probably put more miles in each day.
Mhm.
Actually, if
Yeah,
you
we're
fly in-
going at a fairly slow pace. I mean, it's to
Mhm.
kind of accommodate, and that's
Relax.
basically what we do. And since I set the route, you know, I kind of set it for what we do.
Your prerogative. Yep.
when you're starting, Ron.
Oh, I don't remember, the 27th
Oh.
of May or something. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
It was like 5 days, I think, right?
Yeah,
It was a
it's a few
5-day
days. Yeah. It's a little over 300, I think, each day, which is not a big ride, but it's enough to get somewhere. And we're trying to do a little more back roads and up through the hills and whatnot going across. So that'll take a little longer.
I'm sure it'll be more fun than if
Oh,
I
yeah,
take the
we-
GSA and blast down there. But
Yeah.
salary guy, you know, it's like
We got so burnt out on freeway when we went to North Carolina. It's, you know, if I never ride a motorcycle on a freeway again, I'll be happy as a clam.
it's like all I do with the commute these days. If I'm lucky, I'm commuting. I don't know. It's not, the dog is happy when I'm at home working, but
But not you, right?
well, sometimes the schedule necessitates that because I'm talking to folks in Europe in the morning and in Asia in the evening, right? So I might have a day that starts at 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and then last meeting ends at 7 or 8 or later, depending on who I need to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And there might be gaps in the day, but I don't want to do that from an office. If I can do it from home, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, because you have to go first. You need time to go to the office, and you need time to go from the last phone call back, and so it's easier for you to handle on the home office. Yeah.
Yep.
I know. You save the time on the way.
Mm-hmm.
I had that too in my old life. Yeah, I did. Especially when you are in the outside sales, it's always good. Makes you flexible, more flexible during the whole day. I love that. Yes.
Yeah, I can take a nap in the middle of the day between meetings. We're at the office. That's a lot harder to do.
That's true. Nobody see you, right? Yeah. So, yeah, one after the other events get canceled right now. So from the convention, so my husband is so frustrated, you know. And so, but not the Space Center event, Jim, not that you are scared about that. So we will have that. And, you know, but the opening thing with the Discovery Green Park is canceled. It's going inside the Georgia Brown Convention Center now. Maybe it's better because of the weather, because in June it can be very hot, you know, and then you are happy if you are inside and not outside. But it's still, you know, they plan since 4 years, longer than 4 years. And Rotary International brings up so many other stuff now. So they have to change and switch every single event. It's horrible. It's so frustrating, you know. And then you have to start again, and then you are under pressure because of the time things, you know. So right now it's really not nice. So the same is with my hotel, because, you know, we wanted to book into 57 rooms, 257 rooms, and now we have 30. 30, think about it, because the attendance of the convention is so badly. It's different kind of reasons, COVID related. Okay, the war in Europe is one big reason, especially for everybody who comes from Europe. I know from the German people, they were not coming so much because nobody knows. And right now with COVID, my friends wanted to leave Florida last Monday, and they couldn't because the crew was sick, so they couldn't start the airplane. So they was going home yesterday, so, and arrived this morning. So they had to stay there until the next flight is going. This is ridiculous what's going on. So, and the other thing is, you know, I think we have 11,000 registrations for the convention, and we was expecting 40,000.
Wow.
So, yes. So you can imagine, and so many different reasons. So political reasons, you know, things like that. And I cannot understand that, you know, because it should be in the focus that we can see each other, that we spend time together, share information, share events, share what we want to do, you know, and what the experience are, and not political stuff, you know. I'm a total unpolitical person. So for me, I cannot understand that. For me, I would never think, oh, Georgia have this law and you know, Michigan maybe have that law, to go to a place to meet you guys. I don't care. I only want to see the people and not what kind of political party they are over there.
It's kind of letting the perfect be the enemy of the good. Maybe we know too much about each other with social media. I deleted Facebook off my phone a couple of weeks ago. I didn't kill my account, but the only time I look at it is actually sitting down in front of a computer, and it's like amazing how much more time I have now.
I plan to do the same. I'm not that often in Facebook right now, so I plan the same. When I'm ready with my year, I will want to shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's exactly.
I'm trying to schedule a work trip to Singapore, and we need to go there for a quality issue sometime soon. But in all of APAC, the travel conditions are being more locked down than they are here. So that's getting interesting.
Do you know how this is working? Because I just talked with my mom-in-law. She wanted to travel as well. Do you know how this works with the hotel when you go in another country? Do you have, you know, to show that you are vaccinated, tested? You know, how this is working in a hotel out there?
It's place by place. Last September, when I went to Germany, flew into Frankfurt, getting out of SFO, I had to show a lot of evidence, and I knew that, and I was prepared for it. But coming back from there, I didn't have to show proof of vaccination. They just wanted a negative rapid COVID test, which they have video proctored, just from my laptop. And so the night before I flew back from Frankfurt to SFO, I just did this little, do the swab there and a little Abbott rapid test, and it worked fine.
Germany, I know, but I don't know how it is in the hotel, because when I'm going to Europe, or Germany especially, I have a place. I don't have to stay in a hotel. What was happened? Did you stay in a hotel when you was in Germany?
I did. We were masked in the hotel in common areas.
Do they want to see the vaccination card or whatever?
We ate in several restaurants in Darmstadt while we were over there. And this is last September, so it's always evolving. But there was only one place where they asked us to show anything, and it was just a rudimentary check, and they didn't cross-check anything. I have had a couple places in the Bay Area check for proof of vaccination. One was a sushi place like a month ago in San Francisco, and we also went up to see was it Wynton Marsalis up in Davis near Sacramento. And there they were much more rigorous. It was like a 2-hour show, no intermission, no food or drink served there. And everybody had to wear masks. And of course, you're shoulder to shoulder with people. So it made sense, especially there were a lot of older folks there, because Wynton Marsalis, a style of music, maybe a lot of younger people. It's not like going to a rock concert.
Okay.
But all of this makes tomfoolery like motorbikes seem a little less dangerous, right?
Yeah.
So what I just switched on the background here, that's a CB500. I traded another instructor, my police bike, my white Honda ST1300, for this newer but smaller bike, more suitable for my son to ride.
What is it?
Honda CB500. That is a 2014 model.
Okay.
The kid's 19, so he was on the Zuma scooter before, and now it's like, well, it's time to learn how to shift and learn clutch control.
Interesting. Yeah, the good news is my brother is right now making his driver license for the motorcycle. So I'm pretty excited. And his treatment for the cancer is working so good that he booked a flight to Houston in September. So he will be with me 4 weeks in September, and we're planning to make a trip to California, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Because he wanted to see the Yosemite Park.
Yosemite? Yeah.
That's one of his dreams. So, and maybe we can meet when we are over there. I don't know how far that is, but we want to make a road trip together, you know, but not with the bikes, because I don't know, you know, how his condition.
Sure.
And we have to be a little bit careful. He will have a break from the chemo treatment for 4 weeks. So, but yeah, he's very optimistic and feeling good. And, you know,
good.
He was so excited, and he just bought his first motorcycle. He never thought about it. And the teacher, the instructor for the motorcycle, when he sent him, you know, yesterday it was his first trip through the, you know, the tempo limit zone with 30 in the city and things like that. It was the third and the fourth hour teaching hour he made, and he was too fast. And I said, maybe that's in the family, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that. So the teacher said, you know, not bad, because he comes from the bicycle riding. He's a crack with mountain bikes and with speed riding, you know, and then, but he enjoyed it. He have a 360 Duke, KTM Duke.
Okay.
And he said, it's so much fun, you know, it's unbelievable. And I said, yeah, but you still have to make, you know, the graduation. So be careful with that. You know, it's very strict in Germany. So he have to make certain hours, and then he have to make a written test. And when he get this, then he have to make a practice test. And after that, he can ride. But he's very excited, and I'm so happy that he's feeling that way, you know. And look how life is going. And 3 months ago, we thought he's dying, and now, you know, he's planning a trip to Houston. So yeah, we are pretty excited about that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So it's not that if you get me in the air, you know why, you know, because I'm so happy to make that. Yes.
He's being recalibrated about what life is for.
Yes, so much more. And he said, you know, whatever, because of my sister-in-law, she was not in use. And the first baby, he's waiting right now for his first grandchild. It can come every day.
Right.
And he was like, you know, right now he's so positive, and the numbers are positive. So he thought maybe they will be on the same level, but it's still getting down 290 points, you know. Okay. So that's pretty good news. So you never know how long it takes, right?
That's true. That's why I also have a Harley in my backyard. My next door neighbor, for a number of years now, a couple of years ago, he had colon cancer. And went through the course of chemo, and he's gradually getting his strength back. But in the meantime, he needs somebody to give the Harley Davidson a little exercise. So I'm doing what I can.
You're sacrificing yourself.
But Harley Davidson, I cannot see you on a Harley Davidson, Scott.
It's not my normal style. I don't get to wear the Aero Stitch. I have to wear my leather suit instead, because otherwise it's just like, oh, it's totally wrong.
Yeah, I know.
It would look like I stole the Harley if I was wearing the Aero Stitch, except for a guy wearing an Aero Stitch would never steal a motorcycle anyway. So people just wonder, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, because adventure bikes, yes, BMW, yes, Honda, yes, but not Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Did you ride a Pan American yet?
I'd like to. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to
been
set
on
up a test ride. So
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, please.
Me too, please. It's really exciting, you know. Oh, by the way, what I try to do is maybe we can get one on the booth for the IFMR.
That would be cool.
I asked our dealer, but I have no answer yet. So I did that. Yeah. Otherwise, we have to put one in. So Chris or I have to make one in.
Mm-hmm.
So, David, how it is in Georgia?
It's muted still.
It's been rainy, warm, cold, dry. Rainy, warm, cold, dry. Never know what you're going to wake up to.
Sounds like here the last weeks, you know, it's.
So I had a good pets in Michigan. That was I learned a lot, met a lot of people from the district. It was a good time. Then we flew back Sunday. We stayed an extra night up there. Flew back Sunday. Left for Florida on Monday, and we were there till Friday. So it was got to decompress. It was very nice.
So first you made the pets, and then you needed a vacation, right?
Yeah. Okay. It was a fast-paced vacation. I'm exhausted now.
Okay.
Rode sea-doos in the ocean.
From the vacation.
Yeah.
So glad you are here.
Thank you. Us. So yeah, when I joined you last week, I was a little bit distracted because I was trying to drive out of, the Gulf. But it was good to see you guys last week too.
Yeah, but you was more busy with the driving as well, and your wife was with you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I saw it short. Short few, and then it's always good to have the couple involved. With especially with Rotary, we couldn't do it.
She's her district Rotaract chair here in District 6910. So she went with me to the convention, and I paid for her to attend. And so she went to all the meetings and met all the people up there, made some good connections. So maybe we can have some cross-zone collaborations.
Always good.
Yeah.
You can learn things maybe you make different in their own district. So why not, honestly, have good experience.
And so, as you know, Jennifer Jones is from our district. So she was there and she spoke to the overall group, all the districts. But then she came to our 6380 meeting and joined us there. She's very excellent speaker, very engaging person. I hope you all get a chance to meet her. She's incredible.
I met her a couple of times here in Houston in the district. She actually installed our current district governor online when she was still in Canada and she couldn't go out. So
yeah.
I know her. I met her more than one time. It's really exciting that she's the next, because she was so traveling, busy, always meet the people, was always good. And close to the Rotarians always,
I've known Jennifer for a long time. She's actually not from our district. She's from the neighboring district, David. She's from District 6400.
She's in Canada, right?
Well, she's actually from one of the Canada clubs, but our district has Canada clubs too. Mm-hmm. She's basically in Windsor and Detroit area, and the surrounding counties there is that district, which is, just next door to us. She was governor the year after I was governor.
Wow.
But I've known her and her husband for a long time, way before that. So.
And so I got some FaceTime with Bala Murthy, our incoming governor. He's a great guy. So I think he's he's very enthusiastic about the upcoming year. Got a lot of good things planned.
Did he have you go through laugh yoga?
So he did that for our Rotaract group. So I've already been through that, and he did a shorter one at Pets. But I love the haha yoga instead of hatha.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. He's having meetings every couple of weeks with all the incoming presidents. So I got roped into teaching like a Excel class in a meeting to the district. So, but yeah, he's engaged. It's going to be a good year.
I think it's always, I was so sad, that not Amanda, she was in person. I was not in person. And that we had no pets in person. I think it makes always a difference.
Amanda was there in person, but they canceled it right that morning.
Oh, I did it online last year, and I didn't like it. It was very difficult.
Yeah.
They ended up having to do it a different weekend online, but they ended up that the government came in and shut it all down.
Okay. I thought she was there because
she was there, but
yeah.
She was there and everybody else was there. They got in like about 2 hours of class and they shut it down back then. So, and that was, out of control.
That's true. Yeah. So I'm glad you could make it in person, and it makes also a bigger bond between the club and, when the people from the district more closely. You cannot have that on a Zoom meeting. It's not possible.
Yeah, we had a competition, a lip sync competition. There were costumes and props, and we sang ABBA.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, that was a real bonding experience.
Yeah, that's. By the way, the same theme from the end of 70s, 80s, Michelle Boyer, our district governor already, she had this theme on her installation.
Oh yeah.
So and I came from Germany, I think, and then my husband said, "Oh, we have to go to the installation," and I was like, "Okay, what theme we have?" And he said, "Formal." And then we was over there, and I felt totally overdressed because of the 70-80 theme. He completely, there was 70-80 style, so sunflower, style, or formal. So he kept, the 70-80 style. He didn't want, so he feels more comfortable with formal. Okay. So we have a Space Center event Friday coming up, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's always nice to meet the clubs, So Debbie, you want to join us?
I had to unmute myself. I don't know. I got to figure out what I'm doing. The month of March kind of like literally marched over me. And so I'm still playing a bit of catch up on things. And I canceled. I was supposed to lead a ride on Saturday, but I have one of my cars going into the shop. It's like, I just have chaos going on. So I don't know. I can't give you a good answer yet.
No, but that's fine. But I don't want to, I want to invite you as long, when you not know, you can not say yes or no, right?
No. I'm glad you sent me the information. I saw it and I was like getting in the meeting, so I never even got back to it. So now I'm going to look at it while we're talking.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You have time, only to let you know, because we get a question about that from somebody from the club also just yesterday. So, and then Chris book the tickets. Everything is online already, Evite. Do anybody else know that service? Everything is Evite. So how was rodeo? You are done with that already?
I am done. I'm very happy to be done with rodeo. So yeah, it was a rough. It was hard. Like we've talked about. We had nothing for a year and a half. So we also had management changes. We had a lot of things that changed. So, we kind of got thrown in and things were different. And so lots of people trying to figure out, what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing, how it was going to run. It was it was a challenge. It was a challenge. And in an organization that has over 33,000 volunteers, it was a challenge. So it was a very long 2 weeks of working, but I am very, very happy it is done. And now I can prepare for next year. Hopefully be more prepared going into another year of volunteering.
The funny thing is with the rodeo, it's, you know, it's from the morning they're starting, and then over the day they have this competitions from the, you know, women, guys with horses, with cows or whatever, kids things going on over the day, and then in the night it's always ending with a concert. So and they have big sales booth over there, and of course food trucks over there. So it's really amazing. My first time was actually, no, I wasn't there before, but my last time was 2020. Yeah, 2020. In the week, they just had rodeo, and then they canceled it after a week because the COVID numbers was going up. So, and it's really something that people are waiting for. Then you are exhausted and you say, never, ever again. And next year they're staying there and say, yes, let us.
And they're already talking to me about paying my dues for 2023. So yes, it's interesting because I lived up living in Minnesota. Minnesota has the state fair, and literally, you know, every conversation you have with a Minnesotan, especially in the summer, will be, so you going to state fair? What are you doing this weekend? You going to state fair? It's like, my husband and I were like, what is the obsession with it? And then we went, and it is it is a big deal. It's a really, really big deal. And so rodeo was kind of the equivalent that I found down here. And it raises so much crazy money for scholarships. I mean, you're talking, they give away approximately $20 million a year in scholarships. I mean, it's huge. And actually, somewhere in here, I sit on the scholarship committee. I actually judge kids for scholarships. And, you know, you look at these kids, I'm kind of glad I'm not a teenager today and having to do some of this stuff, because it's crazy what we're asking kids to do. And don't get me started on that. But it's an amazing experience, and going year after year and seeing what these 4-H kids go through with these animals is amazing. For the record, I think the grand champion steer was sold by this little girl. It got bought at auction for $1 million. It was one of the former presidents of rodeo bought it. The last time, the record prior to that was like set in 2019 for $692,000. It is crazy. And I mean, for those who are not into the animal side of it, we have a huge wine committee, and they bring in wines from all over, and there's a big wine sale. Look at Rory. They raise millions of dollars doing that. It's a big deal. It's a lot of fun though. It is one of the things I've enjoyed. I was talking to somebody, and I equated, it's kind of like because I am not a local Rotarian, this is kind of like my local volunteer thing on a yearly basis, but it kind of ends up going year round. And as I have said before, my current captain is a Rotarian. So him and I will conspire about different things, and it's entertaining.
This is actually, we find out much later, you know, because he was one guy, he was coming to the Hamburg convention, and then he posted something, you know, and Deb saw it. And on this picture he posted, she saw me, but she never connected me with Rotary. And then she was like, what do you know Ute? How you know Ute, you know? And then she asked him, it was so funny when we find out, okay, we have this connection together. So yeah.
Well, and also for several days, I actually had to stare at the hotel that you have chosen.
Yes.
So, and then I met a woman, actually, Don and I met a woman who, she actually has a boozy ice cream truck. Okay. So we'll have to figure out if we can find a place for her and get her to come. She was describing some of her concoctions, and one of them involves an ice cream sandwich and I guess it's the peanut butter whiskey. And apparently that is supposed to be
booked.
Yep.
I think.
Yep, I hear it is. She's like, it is quite the combination if you dip that ice cream sandwich into the whiskey. I'm like, okay, I'll take your word for that one. And so we're like, let's see if we can figure out a place for her.
My son mixed up a cocktail with that Screwball peanut butter whiskey, and I think it was something chocolate. It was like drinking a Butterfinger, but boozy. It was actually really tasty.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. People come up with concoctions and you're like, really? And then you try it and you're like, oh yeah, that's dangerous. That's dangerously bad.
Yeah.
The stadium is right across the hotel, and this is why the hotel was so busy the whole time. There was a lot of people staying in this hotel. They have a nice bar as well. So, and that was really busy. I talked with Oberlin, the manager, one time, and he was really like, it was a lot to do. He had not really time because it was rodeo.
And the thing is, the hotels that are directly around, where the hotel for that her and I are talking about, you've got Energy Stadium right there, which is where the Texans play. You've got the old Astrodome. I mean, so there's a lot in that general area, but the hotel people actually were saying that their sales were down for rodeo, and it's because I think people were concerned. They didn't know if it was all going to happen, and I'd love to know what how they did after the fact once rodeo got in full swing and was 25 days ongoing, and hopefully they did well.
Yeah, so we will see. We on this time right now, we cannot making more than waiting and see what's going on. But what I'm looking forward still, it's to have a good time and have a good time after that in the hill country. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm happy if we have time and can make some jokes, make some good trips, and spend some very nice evenings together.
Oh, did you ever decide what hotel you were going to work with in Kerrville?
Yes.
All right, send that to me, because I'm heading to Kerrville in
La Quinta.
about, which one?
La
La Quinta. Okay, good. I know it. I do know it.
Yeah, but you have to make the reservation soon.
Okay.
I put it in the email last time on the meeting reminder. I put that in.
Oh, you know what? I never saw it, so I will go back and find it.
Yeah, there was an information, the app also. So because I wanted to send it out as fast as possible, and I didn't want to sign a contract because I didn't know how many people want to join us. That's why I couldn't make a group reservation.
Nope.
Last week meeting reminder.
What happened with the contract for the hotel in Houston?
Yeah, I'm waiting for a decision from the manager. And if it comes bad, maybe I have to pay a penalty. This is why I didn't want to sign another contract.
Yeah.
And not knowing.
How many rooms were you obligated for, and how many did you get? How many nights?
So I blocked 257 rooms, a whole area from the whole hotel. And we was expecting, the motorcycle people overseas, a big group from Germany, they're not coming, a big 40 people from Russia, they're not coming, they get no visa. And they cannot go out of the country anyway right now, only with train. There was, and the Germans for sure. I don't know if Stefan Flicke will join us. You know Stefan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was another German district who asked for, and there is a lot of, the people are, how can I say that? Unsecure, it's maybe the right word, with traveling. And so, and what's going on, and they don't know they can come back or they have to go in quarantine or whatever, and then they stay 2 weeks longer out of job. So this is the main reason. So, and right now we have, I have it exactly, but it's around 30. I can tell you exactly, but there's 2 or 3 names on it. What I think it's still a blocking from the Russian, and I'm sure they have to, you know, but it's 30 rooms. It was a disaster, I can tell you. Really frustrating. So the manager is fine. He says, no, not the manager, the guy, the sales manager who talked with me. And now I had to write in the reasons for that and what we're expecting, what get canceled and things like that. So big emails going back and forth last week. So, and I waiting now for the decision from the general manager.
Well, please keep us advised as to what happened.
So, but this is why I said I didn't block the hotel in Careville. So don't wait that long until you make the reservation for the hotel in Careville.
Yeah, when I blocked the hotel in Maggie Valley, it was only like 10 rooms and there was no penalty.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Jerry, for putting it in. Yeah, no, the thing is, you know, when you block so much and, you know, we was waiting and waiting because Rotary International didn't, they say something like that, then it was not clear, then they waited again. So, and normally you have 3 months to cancel, and we had something like that in the contract. But it was, you know, beginning in the first week of March when they told, no, the second week in March when Rotary International told us that they will make the convention. And it was always, it was so horrible because one time they said, oh, yeah, we keep going. Then they said, oh, we need to cancel it. You know, it was always unsecure. You never know really what's going on. And that make working with that so frustrating. It's how it is, you know. And I said, after that, for the first year, I don't want to do anything like that again. But I know I would do it again later. But first, I need a pause, not as soon as possible. It's, you know, it's ridiculous right now. Everything would have to do with COVID and the situation also. Sorry. Yeah. Bye, Jerry. Thank you for joining. And thank you for the information for the hotel. For sure.
Yeah, really, COVID is only part of it, though.
I know.
Yeah.
It's more politics going on.
Yes.
I know. It's, and this is, you know, frustrating, you know, because the people here, they're working an ass off. And I can tell you, my husband have minimum, last night he had a meeting because of an event, minimum 1 time a week. Minimum, only in the evening, not included the thing what he have to do over day, and that is what makes it really frustrating. I mean, too, yeah, you know, I'm hanging now with the hotel and still working on the things we want to do with Wild West, with the motorcycle for the booth, you know, things like that. So it's never boring right now.
Well, thanks for all the work you're doing.
Of course, of course. I know you guys would do it the same, you know, so if you are in the area, so, you know, it is how it is. Yeah. So Kay, can we see Kay this night? She's always incognito. She's working, I think. She only joined us with the sound. Right, Kay? No.
It was a good day. It was an intense day. Right. Shut up.
Hey, Scott, nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm going to jump out pretty quick here to prep for my 5 o'clock.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you for joining us. We are happy to have you tonight. So
it's good to see you all again. Sorry, I'm sorry waffly about Texas, but hopefully it works out. I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah,
I
so
have a call coming up here soon also, so I think I'm going to sign off also. So it's nice to see
say
everybody.
hi to your wife and see
I will.
you latest in June, right?
I hope so.
Yes. Okay, bye-bye. Maybe we will, if nobody have anything, we can make an early goodbye tonight because everybody is happy, you know. The day is long enough, right? So bye, guys. Have a good evening.
All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, we will.
Deb just reminded me. I was going to say next week, but 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.